Oh my goodness. That thing is...
They say the ocean hides too vast and terrifying secrets for us to comprehend, but sometimes the monsters within break the surface. From terrifying giant sea animal attacks that defy belief to never-before-seen sightings that haunt the deep, here are 30 largest sea animals and creatures ever caught on camera. Beneath the surface, divers glide calmly through the open blue, their movements measured and steady, when suddenly the water around them shifts, carrying a presence so immense and silent it feels as though the sea itself is holding its breath. A massive sunfish drifts into view, its wide body appearing almost otherworldly as it hovers slowly, dwarfing those nearby. Its fins sweep the water like wings, a living giant that turns the quiet dive into an unforgettable display. The ocean never fails to remind us that its calm can suddenly unveil giants, transforming simple moments into breathtaking encounters that linger within memory. A strange shape bobbing ahead low in the water, almost swallowed by the swell. It tilts slightly, rocking back and forth, and as the boat nears, something bulky and unexpected seems to shift on top of it, disrupting the calm.
Oh my goodness. That thing is...
Two sea lions are perched on a tiny vessel, its edges dipping dangerously close to the surface. The boat creaks beneath them, straining under their weight as they lounge without a care in the world. Water laps higher with each passing second. Some creatures don't just appear, they command the scene, turning a calm moment into something extraordinary, where beauty and size collide in unforgettable ways. On the shoreline, a gathering forms as people stand in the shallows, their attention fixed on something unusual resting beneath the surface. The gentle waves move around them, tension rising as anticipation builds, everyone seemingly waiting for what comes next.
Thôi chậm mình mới dừng đánh tam đi á. Lên nhẹ ngay thì bạc phơi bia.
Soon, the moment shifts, hands guiding the heavy form through the shallows, water splashing softly against legs. There's hesitation, then movement, as the gathered group takes action, creating anticipation that spreads outward with every careful push and shift.
Bye bye.
Moments like these capture how mystery and anticipation blend when people unite around something extraordinary, each subtle movement deepening the scene's tension and wonder. In the mud, a massive shape sprawls across the ground, its length traced carefully by a measuring tape line. The moment's stillness is broken only by the realization that this creature stretches far beyond what most would expect. Chest deep in water, a man struggles with the living weight in his arms, the broad body dwarfing him with every shift and movement. Its presence overshadows the scene, size alone turning the encounter into something almost unreal, a contest between man and river. Encounters like this remind us how rivers conceal astonishing giants, their sheer size and weight transforming even routine moments into unforgettable tests of strength and awe. From the deep, a vast figure drifts alongside a diver, its spotted frame illuminated by the filtered light above. Every slow motion carries an overwhelming sense of scale, leaving the surrounding waters charged with quiet anticipation. The camera lingers, refusing to turn away. Then, as if answering the unspoken tension, the massive body pivots, redirecting its colossal presence toward the nearby diver. In one fluid motion, the ocean's largest fish transforms the serene moment into something far more startling, a sudden shift that changes everything. Moments like this reveal how the ocean's giants can turn calm dives into unforgettable encounters, where beauty and unease blend seamlessly in a breathtaking instant. Beneath the waves, a diver moves near another, the blue water framing their slow descent. From a distance, a vast outline emerges, silent and commanding, its size overwhelming. The woman's closeness in something so immense leaves the scene thick with tension. With a sudden shift, the towering form redirects, cutting through the current with unnerving focus. Each stroke of its tail narrows the distance, water trembling around the diver. For an instant, the ocean feels unbearably small, every eye locked on the massive approach. At the pier, a diver drifts as onlookers gather, cameras aimed in anticipation. Suddenly, the water ripples, shadows twisting below. A colossal shape begins rising, its vast outline swelling upward, demanding every gaze as silence spreads across the surface. The diver edges closer, swimming alongside immense arms shifting with unsettling grace. Above, the crowd leans forward, voices caught between awe and disbelief. The sheer contrast of man and beast tightens the moment, leaving the scene charged with uneasy fascination. Moments like this blur the line between spectacle and disbelief, where the sea offers glimpses of giants that feel both impossible and unforgettable. A diver slowly moves through the open water, his focus sharpening as a vast figure drifts into view. The shadow expands steadily, its size and stillness creating a chilling sense of wonder and unease beneath the waves. Nomura's jellyfish often grow to incredible proportions, and here its translucent bell spreads wide while countless tentacles drift outward, dominating the space. The diver swims closely alongside it, dwarfed by the creature's immense presence, experiencing a moment few ever witness in the wild. Encounters like this remind us how the ocean hides beings of staggering scale, where one diver's perspective reveals just how immense and surreal nature can truly be. Two divers move side by side, their fins cutting slowly through the water as the calm setting surrounds them. From the left, an immense figure suddenly drifts forward, its sheer size casting an overwhelming presence across the entire frame. Goliath groupers are giants of the reef, their powerful bodies and wide jaws unmatched in scale. This one glides steadily toward the divers, its enormous body dominating the scene and making them appear much smaller, a reminder of how colossal these creatures truly are. Two divers glide through open water, their movements slow and steady as the beams of light cut across the darkness. Before them, an enormous glowing form stretches across the frame, appearing almost endless as it drifts gently in the deep. One diver slowly adjusts direction, drifting closer toward the massive form's edge. His movement is deliberate, the camera tracing every stroke as he nears one end. The faint glow shifts around him, hinting that something remarkable lies beyond the frame. Deep within the silent blue, beams of light sweep across the sea floor, tracing jagged rocks and ghostly shadows. Then something pale and immense looms into view, dwarfing everything nearby, its outline too vast to comprehend at first glance.
This looks like the same folded sponge that we sampled yesterday. Look at the size of these things. Oh my goodness, where did this guy come?
The camera drifts closer, framing the strange formation until its ridged surface fills the screen. And just when the scale seems unbelievable, Noah's team realizes what they're facing. An enormous sponge, larger than any car, a living giant resting quietly in the dark depths, waiting for awe.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
Oh my jeez.
That's amazing.
So we sampled this a couple days.
Wonder grows when nature unveils creations beyond imagination, reminding us that mystery and beauty dwell quietly beneath oceans, humbling human understanding. Oil pipes and steel beams stretch downward through the gloom, the massive rig structure vanishing into shadows. For a moment, it feels endless, machinery standing like a cathedral beneath the waves, when something unexpected drifts across the frame, delicate and strange. Its form bends and folds like living silk, a vast sheet pulsing with shifting colors. The crew's lights catch its transparent edges, revealing a creature unlike anything mechanical. A deep Staria enigmatica gliding effortlessly through the cold dark, and just as it passes, something else stirs. Encounters like these remind us that the ocean is an industrial frontier and a stage for fragile alien wonders beyond human design. Mossy stones and rippling water shimmer beneath the sunlight. The creek's flow steady yet hushed. Then within the shallows, shadows shift across the surface, breaking patterns in the current, hinting at something immense stirring beneath the clear stream. Broad bodies emerge, ridged and powerful, their slick forms pressed against the creek bed. Massive salamanders crawl slowly, half submerged, their movements heavy yet deliberate. The water swirls around them, catching every curve of their bodies. And just when the scene settles, the creek stirs again. Sunlight ripples across the shallows, shimmering patterns stretching over pale sand. From above, two shapes emerge, one immense, still, anchored against the flow, while another drifts nearby, its outline sharp, gliding through the current. Tension lingers, suspended between shadow and movement. Then the sheer scale becomes undeniable. The crocodile's body stretches outward, nearly 3 times the length of the bull shark, its presence dominating the frame. Bulk meets sleekness, giant versus predator, each waiting in the shallows, the balance of power hovering in silence, daring the stillness. Moments like this reveal nature's raw theater, where scale, silence, and survival converge, leaving us awed by primal balances that defy control. They say the ocean holds creatures stranger than imagination, and then a shape appears that seems almost impossible. Coils of living tissue trail into the dark, its body stretching outward like a drifting galaxy, spiraling through the water. The spiral tightens, each curve revealing the scale of the siphonophore, a giant apolemia weaving its endless form. It glimmers faintly, delicate threads catching the light, and the more the camera lingers, the more it feels like watching a living labyrinth suspended in silence. The siphonophore's endless form reminds us that wonder thrives where limits dissolve, a vast testament to life's creativity hidden in the silent sea. At first, the water seems calm, broken only by soft ripples around the boat. The man's camera sweeps across the surface, and then something unexpected slides into view, stretching across the current, its shape too fluid and deliberate to ignore.
Para você que gosta de banhar aqui, ó, no lago. Aí a
What emerges is astonishing. A snake so large its body seems to go on endlessly, scales glinting where sunlight touches. Each curve sprawls wider than the ripples it makes, its length commanding the water like a drawn-out shadow. The sheer size holds the scene in tense silence. Sand drifts in pale clouds across the seafloor, stirred by quiet movements of divers gliding near. Out of the dimness, a vast outline unfurls, arms stretching wider than expected, shifting like banners on unseen currents, revealing a graceful and immense presence. As the divers linger, the creature hovers closer, its limbs curling with silent weight, spreading across the sea floor with quiet authority. Every motion feels deliberate, strength concealed within fluid grace. The ocean holds its breath, suspended, waiting for what unfolds. Such encounters remind us that grandeur often wears the guise of grace beneath the waves, teaching patience through silence and humility in presence. Shallow water shimmers under the sun, its calm surface broken by drifting ripples. From above, a shadow winds through the pale sand, moving with an eerie steadiness, a shape too defined to dismiss, suspended just beneath the current. Its body extends farther than expected, massive and deliberate, each curve commanding the shallows. The crocodile's bulk dominates the scene, scales flashing against the light, its length dwarfing every ripple. Even in silence, its size radiates a quiet authority, tension hanging in the water. Here, the waters remind us that silence carries its authority, where presence alone can shape awe and define the moment. Steel walls creak softly against the pressure, the submarine's lights cutting only a narrow path through the dark. Outside, the seafloor stretches barren when suddenly a vast shadow sweeps into view, moving with an unsettling calm, too massive to be ignored.
Okay. Still in the belly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
The outline circles, its bulk passing just beyond the glow, a deep sea shark tracing silent arcs around the hull. Each turn presses closer, its form heavy in the water, and the stillness inside thickens, the moment stretching toward whatever comes next.
That is amazing.
Light filters down in shifting waves, the ocean floor glowing faintly beneath drifting currents. A vast shadow spreads across the blue, edges gliding outward with eerie symmetry, its form so broad it swallows patches of sunlight in silence. Then the shapes reveal themselves, immense wings sweeping with effortless rhythm. The sheer span carries power wrapped in grace, bodies drifting like floating giants. Around them, currents stir, sand rising in faint spirals, and as this happens, the water feels charged, waiting for the next breathtaking turn. When giants move with elegance, the sea becomes a reminder that power and beauty can flow together, reshaping silence into awe. Sunlight scatters across the surface, beams flickering down to where a swimmer moves with calm strokes. Beside her, the water darkens into a broad outline, its slow rhythm steady and commanding, a presence drifting near that turns the quiet scene into something more. Then the camera lingers, her movement slowing as the sea turtle glides beside her. A quiet pause hangs in the water, distance narrowing, tension thickening. And when the turtle does this, the scene edges towards something quietly unforgettable. Within such fragile pauses, the ocean reminds us how awe emerges not from spectacle alone, but from presence. The river ripples sharply, a fishing rod bending under sudden strain. The man braces against the pull, his friend recording as the line thrashes with something heavy, unseen beneath the surface. Each second builds louder with tension, water surging against his grip.
I'm actually nervous with this fish.
You need some help, brother?
No.
You got her good. She's not going nowhere.
Then the struggle peaks, the line tearing upward as the water breaks open around a massive shape. Its size dwarfs the fisherman completely, power thrashing against the current. And in that moment, awe collides with disbelief as this happens.
Oh, I don't want it to hit me in the head. There's no way!
Such moments show how nature can overwhelm human strength, turning ordinary pursuits into unforgettable reminders of scale, power, and untamed wonder. Light ripples through the water, scattering across the sand in soft, shifting patterns. A diver moves calmly along the seafloor, bubbles drifting upward, when a rounded outline appears ahead, swelling larger as it drifts into the frame, its presence impossible to overlook. Now revealed, the giant pufferfish hovers with an almost comical roundness, its body inflated like a living balloon. Every slow movement seems exaggerated, fins fanning gently as it drifts beside the diver, the sheer size of the fish transforming the quiet moment into something unforgettable. Even in playful forms, the ocean reminds us that wonder resides in scale and presence, reshaping simple encounters into lasting awe. Spray bursts skyward as the jet ski races across the surface, slicing through waves recklessly. The camera jolts against the rush, water surging around him, every second charged with momentum and the anticipation of what waits below. Then the plunge comes, the roar replaced by silence, the world beneath revealed. Just under him, a giant blue whale glides through the depths, its massive frame stretching farther than the eye can follow. The scale is overwhelming, dwarfing everything, the moment suspended in sheer awe. In sudden contrasts, we see how thrill meets humility as the ocean unveils vast lives that dwarf human speed with timeless grace. The boat rocks gently when the camera tilts downward, water lapping against the hull. Beneath the surface, shadows shift in the current, darker shapes breaking the pale blue, their presence sudden and undeniable. The air tightens with suspense, the moment balancing on the edge of reveal.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh. Whoa! I'm videoing right now. Holy!
Then the truth surfaces, a shark cruising just beneath the boat, its bulk skimming the light as people above cry out in panic. The water churns with their reactions, voices sharp and frantic, every movement amplified by the presence below.
That's you! We were just talking about
My mind is like right on it.
Oh my God!
Hopefully I don't get. Look at the size of that.
Look at him! He could tip the boat over. Look at him!
Fear and awe often intertwine when the sea reveals its hunters, reminding us how fragile safety feels against raw presence. Waves curl gently along the shore, light shimmering over the shallows. People gather near, voices rising with curiosity, eyes locked on the water. A man steadies the camera from his kayak and something enormous stirs beneath the surface. Everyone is waiting for this show.
Oh my God. My God, look at the size of it.
Then it emerges. A massive oarfish, its silver body twisting through the shallows, length stretching beyond belief. Gasps echo along the shore, people pointing in disbelief, their voices sharp with awe. The fish glides calmly beside the kayak, scales flashing brightly, commanding the moment.
Oh my gosh. And I'm taking a movie of it. I did.
When legends rise into view, the ordinary shore transforms into a stage where awe and disbelief converge, leaving memories etched in wonder. Bubbles drift upward as the diver descends, the seafloor glowing faintly through shifting light. Rocks scatter below, shadows stretching across their edges, and then the camera steadies, closing in as this happens. There, pressed against the rocks, a giant seahorse emerges, its body blending perfectly with the seafloor. Just beside it, a fish glides past, about the size of 2 hands, nearly matching the seahorse's length. Their scale side by side reveals the creature's surprising size, its presence commanding the frame. Sometimes the ocean astonishes not through ferocity but through quiet scale, where even delicate forms command attention and linger in memory. The submarine's light sweeps slowly across the seafloor, beams cutting through drifting silt. Shadows bend along the sand, every flicker holding the crew's focus. Then, out of the dark, a shape shifts, and as this happens, the moment changes.
Yeah, we get little bugs like that in Australia on the rocks that maybe half a centimetre long or something. Do you get them too? Yeah.
Yeah, they're called different things in different...
Emerging against the ocean floor is a giant isopod, a deep-sea crustacean related to pill bugs, though far larger. These creatures can reach half a meter long and have heavily armored segmented shells. Adapted to crushing depths, they survive by scavenging along the bottom, slow but resilient.
The country, I grew up calling them roly-polies.
Oh yeah, they roll up in the ball.
Yeah.
We call them slaters.
What do you call them?
Slaters?
Slaters?
Yeah. Like there's a story.
The boat rocks gently on the water, voices rising as rods bend under heavy strain. Fishermen lean over the edge, hands gripping tight, the moment building with laughter and shouts. Every pull sends ripples outward, tension hanging over the deck as this happens. Then the reveal breaks through. A massive triple-tail fish, close to 40 pounds, thrashing in the air. Cheers erupt, fishermen celebrating with wide smiles, their hands straining under its weight. The fish's size dominates the boat, scales flashing under the sun. The camera drifts low across the sand, seafloor stretching quietly and still. Shadows bend across the bottom, grains swirling in the current. The view lingers steady and unbroken until something begins to stir from the frame, and as this happens, everything shifts. A giant horseshoe crab shows from the sand, its domed shell glinting faintly under the muted light. It lumbers forward on jointed legs, tail trailing like a pointed spear. Ancient in form, these creatures have roamed the oceans for hundreds of millions of years.